Hi, welcome to Loki Has Cards. I am Loki, and I has cards. Today, we're discussing a gambling platform which I'm sure many of you have received ads for if you have been looking at Pokemon card videos, and that is going to be boxed.gg. I would like to start with a disclaimer. I have used the platform primarily because it combines two weaknesses of mine: gambling and cards. This video, however, is not an endorsement of the platform. In no way do I recommend that anyone start gambling. If you are interested in getting cards, there are easier, more predictable ways to obtain them. In fact, while I do have an affiliate code with the platform, I will not be sharing it in this video. The point of this video is not to drive traffic to the platform, but to talk about my blunt opinion of the service provided. Now, with that out of the way, we can begin. In covering box.gg, there are three things I want to focus on: the gambling service, the card quality and shipping service, and the subscription tiers. Once I've covered these three areas, I will conclude with my overall thoughts on the platform. So, to repeat the earlier stated sentiment, I am not making this video as an endorsement of gambling. If you do not gamble, I strongly encourage you to stay away from boxed.gg. That aside, let's talk about the gambling service. In order to play on Boxed, you don't gamble with money directly. You gamble with gems, which you buy using real money. Then you use those gems to try and win cards. When you buy gems, you can use another user's affiliate code to get 5% more gems on your purchase. The more the user's affiliate code is used, the more they are awarded, as Boxed will see that individual as someone who is driving gem purchases on the platform. Now, the way all the games work on the platform is by a fixed percentage basis. The lower your odds of winning a game, the less the game is going to cost. The higher your odds of winning a game, the more it's going to cost. Remember, like a casino, Boxed is not in the business of giving away its products. The design is meant to keep you playing. Now, fixed percentages sound fair, and they allow players to access information, or Boxed, the platform, allows players to access information which provides or which proves that the outcomes are determined using an algorithm which follows the percentages set forth in the games. There is one issue with this, though. Let's take, for instance, a simple coin flip. The percentage of calling heads or tails correctly is always 50%. So, if you flip a coin 10 times and get heads 10 times, the next coin flip is still 50% odds. What I've observed is people falling into this mentality where they think at a certain point they've played it enough, they've played a game enough, and it's now primed for a win. They're due a win. There is no such thing as being due a win. If you play a game with a 1% chance of winning and you play it 99 times and have lost 99 times, you are not due a win on the 100th time you play. The odds of that game are still overwhelmingly against you. You still face a 99% chance of losing the next game. Percentage odds are how all the games on Boxed work. There are boxes, forge boxes, vending machines, and battles, and they are all based on fixed percentages. Usually the fixed percentage is set against you. This way, most of the time, Boxed comes out on top. Now, for those of you who do not have the gambling bug, this is probably a huge no-duh moment. This is really for those of you who are interested in the platform and who do have the gambling bug, aka delusion. Now, I don't say this to be mean. I have it too. I'm just honest with myself that I'm playing a losing game. There is a luck back system where you are awarded shards for losing. You can then take these shards and exchange them for minor prizes, cards, keys that'll open certain boxes. And usually these consolation prizes are worth a fraction of what you've spent so far. There are also forge boxes, where a user can create their own game for other users. When someone plays the forge box that you've made, you then earn a percentage of the gems they spend. Now, in Boxed, there is a chat feature on the platform in which you will often see users begging each other to play their forge boxes or use their affiliate code on their next refill purchase. Does it sound depressing? Well, welcome to gambling, folks. The next topic I wanted to discuss is the card and shipping service. Once you win a card you want to keep, you can cash it out, so to speak, and then have that card shipped to you. Now, I've gotten one card shipped, and I'll be going off script for a moment to discuss that product now. So you can see it's from Loot Labs, but it's Box GG, and I got it shipped to me. Loki has cards here in Hondo. So let's see. Now, I did open it already to take a look inside and make sure that it didn't have any of my personal information. So here we are, boxed, and they encourage us to leave a review, which I probably will. And here is the product. So customer Loki has cards. You can see when the order was created and count one. Now, here's the thing. Looking at this product, I like that they sent it in a bubble mailer. I like that they sent it in a team bag, and it looks like they put it in a top loader and a penny sleeve. So far, all the telltale signs that I would want someone sending me a product to be following, they appear to be following. And it looks like they included a little bit extra in here too. Okay. So let's look at our extra. This looks like a Pixel Solgaleo sticker. So that's kind of cute. I'm sure one of my kids will love that. Then an extra Pokemon card. Cynthia's Power Weight Reverse Hollow. So I did not win this, but they still sent it with my order, so that's kind of neat. And the corners look clean. There's a slight mark on the front of the card, but nothing too crazy. Let's look at the back. Corners look good. Edges look nice. So as far as this extra card, I would say that's pretty satisfactory. And then there is... When I looked at this before, I thought this was a Lorcana card because the Lorcana cards have a very similar back, but I guess this is a boxed card? Ah, how funny. Yeah, so this is, for those of you who aren't aware of Lorcana, Lorcana is the Disney card game, and the art style is like this. So it looks like this on the back, but it has kind of a compass looking thing. And then this is how it looks. You have the character up at the top, and then the character and like a little line about them and whatever it is that they do, and then a quote. So this is, yeah, it's like a play on the Lorcana, but with a boxed character. So that's kind of interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Now let's look at what I actually ordered. You can see I got the Charmeleon from 151 And this is a very nice looking card. So the corners look good. The centering looks good. I don't see any scratches or dings. Let's take it out of the sleeve. It's actually better than a penny sleeve too. So I have to give them credit for that. Oh, it's double sleeved. Okay. So then the back looks clean. I actually am probably going to send this card off to get graded because that looks nice. And what I'll usually do is I'll take a magnifying glass to kind of look a little closer and see if I can spot any defects. And it looks nice. Maybe a little, I might get dinged there. That's good. So that was 2 sleeves, a top loader, and a team bag inside of a bubble mailer. So that's what I would want to see, and that was what I was curious, was whether they were taking care to send these cards in a way that makes winning them worthwhile on the off chance that you do win something. So that's very nice. Oh man, I love that effect too. How those beams kind of come in and collide and separate. That's really nice. Charmeleon in particular, of the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard evolution line, I think this, I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I think this image is so perfect for this character because you see him here on a valley, and Charmander starts off so cute and cuddly looking, and we're all very familiar with Charizard and his insatiable drive for battle, right? And then you have Charmeleon, and just that, like, he's kind of in his awkward middle phase. He's become more powerful than he was, but he still has a ways to go before he reaches the pinnacle of his strength. And this scene kind of depicts that to me, of him being out in the world and looking for opponents to become stronger, to realize his potential. I just love this artwork so much. I think perfectly captures what I would think of with a Charmeleon just out in the world. So there's that. All right. So as far as the cards themselves go, it looks like very well picked cards. The centering's great. There's not marks or anything on it. It looks like a nice card. And they do say on their website that they try to follow TCG players' guidelines for what would be a near mint or better card. So it does look like they are abiding by that, so I appreciate that. Now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and talk about our subscription tiers. In addition to the relatively straightforward process of buying gems, there's also the option to subscribe to Boxed, and then you get gems each month. Due to you then becoming a reliable source of income for the platform, you get a little extra with your purchase of a subscription. You get some more gems on top of the initial bit that you're getting. If you decide to refill gems during the month, then you get some more gems on top of that. There is an exclusive chat, which I haven't seen people in really. I've seen chat in there from the past, but whenever I've been in it, I haven't seen anything. And then you get some box keys, which allow you to open some of the lower level boxes for free, even though you've paid for the service. At the Pro and Ultimate level subscription tiers, you get discounted shipping once to twice a month, and the ability to use the exchange. So if you win a large number of small value cards, you can then trade up for something more impressive. There are 3 levels. There's Plus, Pro, and Ultimate. Plus is about $25 a month. Pro is about $50, and then Ultimate is about $200. The number of gems you get for each of these tiers is roughly comparable to what you would get for just buying them straight out, with a little bit on top as a bonus. Then, like I said, you have the keys, the gem bonuses if you decide to buy more gems throughout the month. And for Pro and Ultimate, you get that access to the exchange and the shipping vouchers, which helps when you want to get a card shipped to you. I got this shipped to me for free, so that was nice. As far as which one of these tiers would be worthwhile, that's all going to come down to personal preference and your personal style of play. Like I said, I like cards and I like gambling, so I usually play a couple of games each night, kind of keep the number of gems I'm spending low so I can slowly play and see if I get anything worthwhile. I have another card sitting in my inventory that I'm looking at getting shipped out, but I'm going to wait until next month so I have another voucher to get it sent to me. Because of that, I've opted for the Pro tier so I can get those shipping vouchers, because ultimately I would like to get the cards that I win sent to me. But I don't play so much that I can justify spending $200 a month on the service. So now that we've covered all that, let's talk about our conclusion, what my overall opinion is of the platform. As I have said before, if you don't gamble, don't start. You might love cards, and I don't blame you. I love cards, but there are plenty of other ways to get them than this. Heck, opening packs is already a gamble, so there's no need for you to add another layer of gambling on top of that. Now, if you're like me, and you would find a way to gamble anyway, then it may be something worthwhile to investigate. I'm pretty happy with the card that I've received, and I will likely continue to play to get more cards to have sent to me. But again, ultimately realizing that at the end, what I'm paying for is the experience of the thrill. I'm not paying and playing with the expectation that I'm going to win. I'm just playing for that little adrenaline rush I get when I see the wheel spin. All that said, please play responsibly and don't blow your whole paycheck gambling. All right, that's all I've got. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.